What's up, guys? Welcome to a live channel video. I haven't done one of these since, I don't know, probably since the duck video I did a while back about our small farm. Anyway, so here is a Dell Optiplex 7010. I picked this up from a company down in downtown Fort Worth a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago actually. Paid $100 for it, and I've seen a lot of people do this. They'll take these old, computers and they'll turn it into a gaming PC. So I'm just going to kind of show you what this has to offer, what hardware I've got in it right now, what I plan on changing, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is take off the cover. What I find pretty nifty about these computers is that you've got this latch here, and there's no screws that you have to take out. Anyway, so here's what we have on the inside. I've got pretty much all this is pretty much the basic stuff. I've only added a few things so far, and like I said, I'll tell you guys what I plan on adding. So up here, you got your optical drive. You got power supply, graphics card, motherboard, and then my SSD and hard drive. So first thing I want to point out is this right here. You can actually add several. Let's see if I can get it undone here. Gotta unplug these cords. There we go. There's one. Nope, that one wants to come out. Anyway, so this right here, here's my SSD right here. I've got a Samsung SSD, 250 gigabyte SSD, nothing big, nothing major. On this SSD, I have my operating system and I think a couple games, that I really wanted to run fast, such as Call of Duty, things like that. So I actually had to order this bracket here separate, so that I could actually mount this, because this mount here, you can't mount it into these places. What are they? I don't know. You can't mount them unless you have this bracket. So I had to order this separately. It only cost me about $5-6. So it's pretty nice. So in all, this computer has about 750 gigs of memory right now. Hard drive, all the basic stuff. So optical drive is up here. You can actually, underneath it, there's another space for another hard drive if you want to put it. I can actually put in a second SSD, which I'm thinking about doing on this bracket right here, right above the first one. But if I want to do that, I'll have to get some more cords. So go ahead and put these back. Plug them all back in. Oh, first, should put this one back in here. There we go. And there we go. Let's see this one. One of these has to go in upside down. I think it's this one. There we go. Alright, so that's, all we have on storage. It's got 750 gigs. Not bad for a first computer. Next we have 4 sticks of RAM, 4 gigabytes each. That came stock with the computer. This computer actually came from a company that did a lot of CAD work, and so they had a lot of the programs they used were pretty high end, and they needed more RAM than necessary. The graphics card that originally came out was actually what was it? It was a Radeon HD 7470 graphics card, and here it is right there. I actually took this out and I replaced it with a NVIDIA GTX 750 SC model right here. It's a pretty good graphics card. I got it for $20 from a friend who just upgraded his graphics card to a 960, I believe. So it runs everything I want to pretty well. I can actually run Call of Duty pretty high. I think medium-high settings. Fallout, I have to run a little bit lower, but, you know, it's open world game, has more rendering distances and things like that. So, this processor here is a Intel i7 3770. Pretty decent processor for a Dell computer. Like I said, most of this was stock. I've only started modifying it a little bit, but that processor is pretty good. I will admit I'm pretty happy with that. I've seen a lot of these have i3 processors or, you know, i5, so the fact that I got an i7, that's pretty nice. Now, let's see if I can turn it up a little bit and zoom in. Power supply right there, basic power supply, standard stock, you know, I'm going to replace it. Right now, this is only a 240 watt power supply. Like I said, I will be changing it and hopefully be putting, I think I'll put probably a, what was it? I think either Corsair 550 watt or maybe cheap out a little bit and go with a smaller one, about 400 watt. I think 400 watt would be the minimum that I want to go to. So that's pretty much it. Nothing really on the back that's out of the ordinary. Basically, power plug, you know, internet. This does not actually have any internal Wi-Fi adapter, wireless adapters. I actually had to buy, and one had to put it in the back there, and, you know, graphics card, all that stuff. So there's nothing else really to show on that. It's I think that, let's see here, in all I paid $100, $120 so far. Nothing expensive. This is just pretty much still a stock office computer. I haven't done much with it. I've downloaded my games so far, you know, but so far this is a great little computer, great for if you want to get into gaming. The first thing I did when I got this was I changed out this graphics card. That was the first thing I did. The reason being is that the 7470 just, what can I say? This thing blows. Okay, it is awful. So with that, I could barely run Empyrean. I could barely run Minecraft, believe it or not. That's how bad that graphics card was. So the GTX, it's, you know, 750. It's a nice card, but I will be upgrading it pretty soon, I'd say. Like I said, the first thing I want to look at into upgrading is this power supply. I already said a Corsair or something like that. 550 is probably what I'm going to be looking at. I mean, you know, $10 cheaper and it'd be a 400 watt, you know, so I'll probably go with the bigger one. Graphics card. So, like I said, I paid $20 for this card. It's a pretty small form, you know, it's pretty small, fits in there real nice. The graphics card I'm looking at getting is actually still a NVIDIA. It's going to be a GTX 1050 Ti. I don't think I want to go with the 1060. For one, it's too expensive, and frankly, for a scrapyard build, as a lot of people call this, it's, you know, I don't think I really need it. This is only a beginning computer. You know, eventually I will upgrade from this, but this right here, I think, was a pretty good find. So, you know, my suggestion, if you want to get into PC gaming, go to some of these offices and stuff and ask them. Just ask them, hey, I was just wondering if you got rid of your computers. That's how I got this one. Actually, I got mine because my dad, I was talking to my dad on the phone, and he's like, hey, yeah, my company's selling these. Would you like one? And I'm like, sure. So, you know, he's like, okay, I'll go talk to whoever it is, the IT guy, I guess, and see about getting you one. Because every year they upgrade their computers. So, I got this, $100. Processor alone was $300. 4 sticks of 4 gig RAM, about $200. And the only thing I've really put in here so far, SSD, graphics card. That's the only thing I had to replace so far. So, you know, I think for a beginning build, beginning gaming PC, this is a pretty nice setup, and it's definitely something to be looking into. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was kind of helpful, and, you know, maybe you guys can go find one like it, or, like I said, just go check around office buildings and people like that, because a lot of times when they upgrade their systems, they have to get rid of them somehow, and a lot of times they'll sell them off as, at dirt cheap prices. This computer itself, I think when I looked it up, was running $400. So, I think I made out pretty well. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This was just a quick video that I wanted to do, kind of show off what I have. It's, like I said, it's just a small, it's not the best, it's not the worst. In fact, it's definitely not the worst. I've seen people a lot slower than this. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all next time.